12, Trailers Yachts.
Inaugural cheers.
So this episode we are calling, hold on,
We're calling it something.
delivery service.
Oh, I hate delivery services.
Yeah.
It's like
I think that's one thing that coming from the food truck where you like interact with every customer, customer service, like the food I send out, I know exactly what went out.
Right.
I know exactly when they got it. I know that when they eat it, it's going to be warm, it's going to be delicious.
But
And then we got into the
it's
restaurant.
a necessary evil.
Yeah, I know. I mean, unfortunately, we do end up doing about 35% of our business on average from delivery.
But
So-
what was that month one?
Month one was actually less
Right,
than it's
that's what I'm
been.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grown to
ramping.
that. It's grown to
I think
that.
month one was
But-
maybe 15%, and it's grown steadily since then.
Well,
I
that's
will
just-
say, though, before we even opened the restaurant, I was very anti-delivery service because I've never been on the restaurant side of it, but coming from the consumer side, like when I'm at home, I've had a few too many. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, Taco Bell's a mile away. Let's just Uber Eats it.
right,
It costs me twice as much, and it takes an hour and a half to get here.
and that's trash. I mean,
And
it's
it's
worse
cold
than it
or
is
whatever,
than
and
when you
it's
regularly
like-
get it.
Your initial thought is to blame the restaurant, and you'd be like, bro, come on, Taco Bell, do better. But you have to remember, it's been an hour and a half since I ordered
Blame
this.
yourself.
And which means an hour and a half since I ordered it, or since I expected to get it, or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
That means they probably made it an hour and 45 minutes
Right.
ago,
Right.
And I tell a lot of people in the restaurant, when we get orders, they're for a specific time. Like, they expect us to have the order ready at a specific time, and we do. We have the order ready, but we have no control when the driver shows up.
Oh, right.
Sometimes they show up 5 minutes early, which is fantastic. The food's hot and ready when they show up. They take it out the door, and as soon as they get there, luckily our food travels well, but
Sometimes they don't even show up.
sometimes they don't show up.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're there literally an hour later,
Sometimes they steal the food.
and sometimes they steal the food.
Oh,
It is all over the place, but we've gotten several, maybe not several, but we've gotten a few bad reviews on our delivery service that have nothing to do with our food. They in the review it says food was great, traveled well. My issues with DoorDash, Uber Eats,
but
Grubhub,
it only
whatever
goes
it is.
to us. It only.
But the
it
only way they
gets
can review
posted
it
to us
is on our actual, restaurant link on there.
Yeah.
And so they can't review the system they're using, whichever one it is,
But that, I mean,
or the
it's-
driver.
it's-
They can only review the restaurant, and then they talk smack about everyone else.
But
in
it's
our
the
review.
laziness of America today, and I hate to say that, but you don't want to go get it yourself. You're gonna have to, have consequences, and if that's colder food or takes an hour and a half to get there, or never comes and you have to cancel it and reorder it, But people are willing to do that. They're fine with that, which is
And
crazy.
I think
it's crazy
I
to
think
me.
people have also gotten to a point where they're okay with it. When you order something, I would hope that there's not that many people out there that test restaurants based on a
Right.
delivery.
Right.
Because if you go in a restaurant and you get it fresh, they bring it to you and you eat it, it's going to be completely different than if you have some driver bring it to you an hour later in a to-go package. It's not going to be the same at all. But I mean, we spent a lot of time focusing on, because we knew we were going to do delivery services, so we spent a lot of time focusing on making sure that our product would last as long as it possibly could, and everything, the way you package things, the way it goes from the kitchen to the consumer, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's an hour, it makes a difference. And so we focused a lot on trying to make it last as long as it possibly could.
Right.
But that it's not up to us how long it takes to get there. And that's kind of the
Well, even
struggle
when
with
we
that.
were just starting, even with the build out, I don't know if we were training at this point or what, but I remember you guys were sending burgers to your wives 20 minutes away from the restaurant through an app. And they're like, oh, everything traveled great. Tots even are still crispy, still delicious, still hot. Yeah. Burgers are still hot, no soggy buns. But it comes down to the products that we use as well. And
yeah.
Which I think is why initially we just wanted to do a super limited menu. It was literally just the original, the All-American, and Tots. We didn't want to bring in the patty melt. because toast gets soggy way quicker than buns do.
But we're
And
selling a lot of them patty melts
We
to
have
go.
yeah, we didn't do loaded tots. We didn't do a lot of our stuff because we wanted to make sure mostly that the drivers they got familiar with where we're at and how
Well,
to get there.
That and quality's always got to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's a different eating experience, but I actually really like our burgers when they've been sitting in the wrap for like 30 minutes. It's not as crispy. It doesn't have like that crispy, crunchy texture, but like the bun gets all steamed, the cheese melts to the bun. And
Did
it's
Did you
like,
eat that one last night?
I
It's-
ate two doubles with onion last
Yeah.
night.
Last night.
It's
But
surprising.
After the Buffalo Bills game, I went home. I ate him cold out of my
Yeah.
fridge. I cut him in half. I brought 2 extra sauces so I could dip
yeah.
as well. But it's
Yeah.
a great burger.
It's like cold
no matter
pizza.
when you eat it.
Cold pizza's fantastic the next day.
Yeah.
Our burgers are the same way.
I had one yesterday, and then I microwaved one today and split it with the wife. And fantastic.
It holds up
Yeah.
for sure.
You only gave her half. That's all you got.
Well, she had a couple bites of the one earlier, or the one last night. But
Sheesh.
yeah,
Half a
Is
burger.
what
This
it
your
is.
dinner.
But
Jeez.
I'd say the other thing that people don't realize is the percentage that those delivery services charge the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Without
it's-
owning a car, without owning a restaurant, and not paying any cooks or it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised a lot of the drivers do it because from what I've heard, they don't make a ton of money. It's kind of based on tips from the people ordering. But from the restaurant side of things, I've never been a driver. I don't know much about that. But from the restaurant side of things, it's on average anywhere from 20 to 30% is what those places are taking, from any given order. And so I knew this before even opening a restaurant that if you order online, you order deliveries, it costs more. The food costs
Substantially
more, and then there's the service fees, the tip, and everything else. So you're paying significantly more to have it delivered. But going to the restaurant, I mean, we raised our prices a little bit because if we didn't raise our prices, we would literally be
We'd be losing money.
We
Yeah.
would be losing money. We'd be giving food away for
yeah,
free.
it would be breaking even, which I don't know if a lot of people know, but like cost of food in a restaurant is about 30% of the
Yeah.
price that you pay, ticket items. And then you got labor, rent, all these other things on top of that.
Every utility.
You're only really profiting like 5 to 10% if you are like really optimized.
And if you're
So
you're
30%.
if you're on it.
30%
Right.
from a delivery service really cuts into that. Like, I understand the frustration with like, I have to pay more by getting this delivered
But it's
to me,
the
but
convenience of it getting
yeah.
delivered to your
Right.
door, literally to your door. You don't have to get off your couch until you have to open the door to grab it, and then you have Smash Buddies as you're
Yeah.
watching the football game or
Yeah.
whatever you're doing.
yeah, but I think this is a good place to wrap up. I know we have numerous stories of encounters with different delivery drivers, but we'll save that for a future episode.
Yeah.
But do you guys have anything else, any housekeeping stuff we want to say to the audience? No, I don't think so. All right, cheers, boys.
Smash you later.